ago, we don't have rights, we have privileges.
Right.
And
That's
as
true.
because it's not inalienable, because we're supposed to have a right to a speedy trial. Some poor people been in jail and prison for 5, 6 years before they even see a court date.
This is true.
We have, and people don't understand, we don't have a right to privacy, even though the Fourth Amendment alludes to that. We have an expectation of privacy. There's a difference.
Right. Just
And
like the freedom of speech. People
right,
think it's free. No, it comes with consequences.
yes, right, the free. It see, this is where people get it mixed up. It's not right of free speech; it's free expression. And speech is an expression, but that's why you ever heard, probably never heard of the case Larry Flint versus USA.
I did.
Um, he was sued on obscenity laws. Where he said, "No, this is my right for free expression. It's not speech because it's a picture. So you know, expressions can get you just as bad. You should have the right to express yourself, but you're not free from the consequences that come with expressing yourself. That's the part. That's the part that people don't like. They want to be able to say and do whatever they want, but they just don't want to suffer the consequences if it goes left. Those are that's how that goes. Definitely, that's how that goes. Um, with a lot of things in today's dating scene and how we are looking, we don't necessarily see a light at the end of the tunnel. Unfortunately, it's going to get worse before it gets better. However, we have to make sure that our families, each one keeps one, reach one, making sure our families are understanding of how this world is working and taking those precautions to insulate and inculcate themselves from the 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 things that are coming down the road. Lack of a better term, I'm not trying to speak doom and gloom, but I'm being realistic. Is that everybody should have a plan to be able to survive when things inevitably go left. Um, if C19 was if C19 was anything to know and how he initially reacted to it, it ain't looking good for the home team. Just just saying. Just saying it. There's gonna be some days where they're gonna say, "I wish I'd have voted for the lady." It can't be this bad.
Yeah, I heard people asking, and it's like no number one Google search. Can I change my vote? No, you can't. You did what you did. Deal with it.
Yes, yes,
You can't
yes.
change your vote. It's too
Can't change
late.
the vote. You can just mitigate. You can only mitigate what's out there, what's left out there for you. Because you're
Hmm.
done behind. You're done behind. Wanted to
Cut off your nose to spite your face,
mm-hmm.
basically. And what scares me is they're going to change the Affordable Care Act,
Oh yeah.
and people like myself with pre-existing conditions, we're not going to be able to get health insurance.
Or cheap or relatively affordable
And
because
affordable, exactly. So you mentioned my granddaughter. My granddaughter does have a chronic illness that she was born with, and it's going to be hard to basically keep her healthy if things go the way they want. I'm a diabetic.
oh
I'm not going to be able to afford insulin after a while. Even though I'm not on insulin at this point, but you never know, things change.
right
You
right
can't afford food nowadays, so how are you going to be able to eat healthy to stay healthy? It's so many things.
right. And if they deport all those people, they say they're going to deport. Uh,
Who's going to work the field? Like I definitely can't. Who's going to do it?
exactly. Their next move would be to fill up the private prisons and then work them as slave labor. Because according to the 13th Amendment, slavery has been abolished with the exception of serving time for a crime. That's
Right. This whole thing is it's a mess that we created,
yes,
and it's
it is, but we gotta um half the country decided made our bed. Now we gotta lie in it. Just do the best you can to do what you need to do. And on that note, I'm going to bring another episode of DFG's Corner. So you missed my intro, not my well not my only my intro, but I built a video to play before the show starts. Um, but you get to see our closing. And you have anything to say? And I want to thank everybody out there in all my socials for attending another version of DFG's Corner. Apple, do you have anything to say before we go?
not really. I just want to tell all the listeners out there, just we're gonna get through this. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna get, like you said, it's gonna get even. It's gonna get worse than before it gets better, and we just got to keep our head up. We've been through a lot, as especially us as Black people. We've been through a lot, and we're gonna survive because that's what we are built for. And I know this time is it's very discouraging, and you just want to give up. But just keep trudging on. We're gonna make it through this. We
Yeah,
are.
definitely. And I also want to thank my man Diary of a Mad Hatter. I want to thank Hatter for always coming on. He always on YouTube and support me, Miss Nikki, Miss Kim, Miss Andrine. I want to thank all of y'all for coming on and supporting me. And before I go, I'm gonna say my old saying: never make love by the garden gate. So love is blind, the neighbors ain't. See y'all have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
Thanks for watching. This is the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, saying, never make love by the garden gate, though love is blind, the neighbors ain't.